welcome to Osmosiscast. This is a special episode. You're joined by me, Callum Morris. You're joined by him at the top.
That's me, Jamie McMillan.
And her in the middle.
Oh,
Lauren
yeah.
Bailey.
Who's that? Oh, yeah. Hi, Lauren.
So if you listened to our guest special, you will notice that at the start we explained that we had to do a little re-recording of the introduction due to the fact that both Dr. Macmillan, PhD, and
God.
myself messed
God.
up the recording. And after we finished doing that, we said to Lauren, "Do you fancy sticking around? We're about to record an episode about some moons." And she was like,
This is how we do it.
"All right, let's go."
Yeah.
So this is going to be interesting. Technically, another out of season special. So you guys who are audio or visual listeners and watchers are very spoiled. We still don't have a sponsor. If you'd like to sponsor us, just send us an email. We'll happily.
Are we
take
looking
your
for
money.
sponsors? Oh, maybe.
Sure, why not? Sure, why not?
You are now.
We are now. It's happened. It's
Oh,
happened.
my God.
So, Jamie, you brought this paper to our attention.
Yeah, I
Talk
did.
to me about it. What is it?
Well, we're not meant to be here, but this is a timed event.
Yes, time
So I
sensitive.
thought let's do it. I saw an article. There was a chat about a mini moon. Katie got me excited. Turns out it's only going to be here for 2 months. So I said, "Find me the paper. Show me the paper." And I found the paper, and we're reading that paper. So the paper we got today is a 2-month mini moon, 2024 PT5, captured by Earth from September to November. There you go.
Amazing.
Published September the 3rd, 2024. And this is by Carlos de la Fuente Marcos and Raul de la Fuente Marcos.
Amazing.
There you go.
Lauren, what's your favourite satellite and why?
Satellite?
Mhm.
Are we talking man-made or natural?
Your
Hey,
choice, favourite
you're cool,
satellite.
man.
It could be that one Eurovision song that Germany won with.
Oh, that is an absolute banger, you know?
It is.
That.
Do you know the song, Jamie? Like
You're
a
gonna tell me
satellite. That one is so good.
I do not know this.
I literally listen. It's on my playlist at the minute. It's such a classic.
It is. It's
All right, we'll go there.
So go on, favourite satellite and why?
Hey, it's a song,
the
right?
moon.
Yeah, that one.
What, our
the moon.
What, the moon?
Which moon? The moon or the mini moon? Because we've got a new moon now.
Well, I haven't really seen the mini moon. It's not been in my life that long. I can't really commit to it. The actual moon has been around for a long time. I feel like it does a lot for our planet. You can't
But you have only seen half of our moon.
Can't fault it.
That's okay.
Like, are
No.
you not judging a book by its cover by saying our moon?
No. I back our moon. Our moon does so much for us. Think of, like, when you look at it and you see all the craters and you just think, oh God, you've been through so much for us. Like, you take literally so many hits.
It does.
I
It
back
tanks. He tanks.
Yeah.
He really
Something
does
else
tank.
popped up the other day about some moons. I can't remember what popped up. There was something about the moon changed. The moon did something weird in COVID. I don't know what that was about.
It probably just breathed a sigh of relief that the human stopped polluting for 5 minutes.
All right.
He got all excited.
did something
And
during
then he let
COVID.
down
What
again.
would that be?
I think my favourite satellite, is it Titan, the one that is...
I was going to say Titan.
Is that the one that's potentially got an underground ocean, Titan?
You thinking about Europa?
I might be thinking about Europa.
Big lump of ice with the water inside. Titan's really cool, though. Titan's the So Europa's Jupiter's moon, one of the Galilean satellites, and Titan is Saturn's moon with a methane... we've got a carbon cycle.
Yeah, I am
A
thinking
water
of
cycle.
Europa. You're right.
Either way, like you get like liquid methane, gaseous methane. I assume solid methane. In
It's cold
Titan.
enough, I
That's
guess.
So cool.
That's really cool. really
Methane-based biology.
So I
What a
noticed
cool
that,
place.
at the top of this episode, you said, "Today we are reading." Is this going to be like our other special where we just read to the audience?
This is.
Is this just audiobook special?
Yeah, bugger it. All right, let's get there then.
Okay,
So
we're just doing
the
it.
abstract. It's a tiny wee thing. It's
Have
so
you got it
cute.
open
All right.
there on your screen? Have you got the
Yeah,
link?
I got it up.
Amazing.
Nice. All right. So the
Welcome
abstract.
to the
so
podcast.
Yeah, let's podcast here. Near-Earth objects are... They follow... What? Near-Earth objects that follow horseshoe paths. How could it be a horseshoe path? Orbits go around in circles. Everybody knows they go in circles.
Yeah, but
and
it
approach
doesn't.
our planet.
It's not, is it? 'Cause it's going to leave.
Oh. Oh, okay.
Physicist.
Like,
By the
we'll
way.
leave
You know
our
more
orbit
about
at
it than
some
me,
point,
so
you
yeah,
know?
that's great.
Our by the way,
You tell me more.
we decided to record this about 2 days ago, so I think collectively our research is slim, but we're gonna give it a good shot.
Near-Earth objects follow horseshoe paths and approach our planet at close range and low relative velocity may undergo mini-moon events in which the geocentric energy becomes negative for hours, days, or months. Cool. Someone Google geocentric energy. I don't know what that is. But without completing one revolution around Earth while bound. Okay. So that's... Alright. An example of an NEO experiencing such a temporarily captured flyby... a flyby is 2022 NX1. Catchy name. Which was a short-lived mini-moon in 1981 and 22. Here we show that the recently discovered small body, 2024 PT5, follows a horseshoe path. And it will become a mini-moon in 2024 from yesterday, at the time of recording.
So my
until
thought about this
November.
abstract was I'm really disappointed that this happened in 2022 because this is like I don't remember seeing this in the news in 22.
Mhm.
So like why do we care this time? Is it bigger?
I think this is...
Is it there for longer?
I think
Well, that
it
was
is
a
there for
flyby
longer.
in 22. We've had a bunch of other ones. Look, there's...
Yeah, it
If we
talks
head
about
to
a
the
lot.
introduction... Yeah, we've had loads. So temporary flybys, we've got two known examples in 91, VG, and February 1992.
So I suppose this one's special because it's going to stay around
it's
for a
not
long
special.
time.
It's not
But
special
don't
at
you
all.
think people are just a bit more interested in sort of space
things.
events at the minute after the Aurora Borealis earlier in the year?
Possibly.
People are really
could be.
dialed in at the minute.
Yeah.
That's a good call.
I
That's a good call.
although to be honest, every time I think people are interested in science, Jamie proves me wrong. So we had a conversation when we did the Higgs paper, and I was like, oh yeah, everyone knows that at CERN they're looking for the Higgs, or they were looking for the Higgs, and Jamie was like, don't know if that's accurate.
No one knows.
No.
No one knows.
I've been trying to get the courage to ask everyone at work, but I'm scared they might judge me.
You need to get your kids
should
to do
do
like
it.
a hands up if you've heard of
Mate.
this.
I mean, no.
That's a fine thing to
might
do.
surprise you.
That's a fine thing.
I think one or two of them might surprise me, but the majority won't know.
There was one that had been in our orbit for many years.
I'm the thing I'm most excited for in this paper is I don't get the graphs.
Yeah.
And Jamie's really good at describing graphs. I hope he's had a good look at them.
Yeah, we have had mini moons for like several years. Which one was it? From July 2020 that escaped telling me. I don't know. One of them said that it had been around for a couple of years. So like, it's not a new thing. Are we just heading straight to the plots? Let's go there.
I mean, we can.
There's
I've got
there's some shenanigans
I've
about
got
some
at
other
least
stuff.
one tangent I'd like to talk about. Shall we do tangent now?
Come on then, man.
So
What do you got?
picture this. When you're a child, you think some things are scarier than they are. So when
Like
I was a
Gremlins?
kid, I saw Who Framed Roger Rabbit.
Freaky.
And at the end of that movie, the guy
Mm.
gets run over by a giant tarmac roller.
Mm-hmm.
And when I was a kid, I legitimately thought tarmac rollers would be like up there in causes of death. They're not.
No, they're not. That's not surprising.
I thought asteroids would be scarier than they are as well. And I feel like this is effectively just an asteroid
Yeah.
that, you know, if the Big Bang was a few seconds later, could have been a problem.
It's just coming to chill.
Yeah.
Just hanging out.
And I
Asteroids.
just
No big
wondered
deal.
your thoughts on like asteroid related doom. Is it something to
I don't
worry
know.
about?
No, I don't think so. I think if we put it into the grand scheme of things, humans much worse than asteroids.
I mean, it's all down to probability, though, really, isn't it? It's a high impact, low probability event. So, like,
You're
if it
so
happens,
good,
really bad. But is it going to happen? Probably not. Whereas humans, kind of low impact when you think about it on a day-to-day basis. But
Don't say
high probability
that.
we're
Don't
going to carry
say
on
low
messing shit up.
impact.
So we started off, in terms of our entire lifespan as a species.
Oh yeah.
We're kind of more consistently plodding along, messing things up. But an asteroid would be like, boom, you're done.
We'll just ask the dinosaurs.
Yeah,
exactly.
There's been a few what do they call them? Like global scale elimination
mass
events.
extinction events. Yeah,
mass extinction.
Do scientists is the consensus still it was an asteroid that did the dinosaurs?
So I was actually
that's what I saw in the movies
the other day.
Yeah, I've gone down a few, but I can't remember the. Tell me.
So I think it's the. Yes, it had an impact, but there was a lot of other sort of ecological things going on at the same time. So it was like the asteroid made something happen that was kind of inevitable. Like, we were going through a really high period of volcanic activity, so there was a lot of greenhouse gases being naturally produced.
More of that natural coal.
Exactly. And there was some sorts of, competing in and just natural species sort of dying out. So it felt like it was kind of coming to an end anyway, I think is like one of the more current ways of thinking about it. So if the asteroid hadn't happened, would we have had a mass extinction anyway? Maybe.
Possibly.
But the asteroid came was like, you're definitely done.
There were 5 mass extinction events in our global history. Do you know what caused them?
We're currently undergoing number 6.
You belong on the podcast, Laura. You're such a doomer. You could tell you're in my family. What the flip? Oh my god. I mean,
well, in my defence, that was what I did at uni. Basically, was like catastrophic climate change kind of modelling and stuff.
Mad.
So, right, okay. So, given that, do you know what caused any of the extinction events?
I know what didn't cause them.
Oh god.
Human-related global warming. I would imagine it. I would imagine it's like volcanoes and ice ages and like drastic shifts in climate. Basically, I don't know. So
that's pretty spot on. Going from like oldest to newest. So we've got the end Ordovician. Intense glacial and interglacial periods cause large sea level swings. That's pretty cool. We did some other stuff, so that's going to kill a bunch of things. The late Devonian. Rapid growth and diversification of land plants generated rapid and severe global cooling.
Wow, that's crazy.
Plants got into it and then cooled the planet. And then volcanoes in Siberia. That's pretty cool. Lots of CO2. End of the Triassic. Underwater volcanic activity. Nice. In the Central Atlantic Magmatic Province. Camp volcanoes. And then the end of the Cretaceous asteroid impact.
Epic. So was the end of the Cretaceous the last mass extinction event?
According to this website, yeah.
Not according to Lauren.
It was. Yeah, the Cretaceous.
Working on the next one.
Cretaceous is Paleogenic extinction event. Yeah, that was the last one.
And then obviously
the Holocene extinction, which is now.
What's happening in the Holocene extinction? What have we done?
So this is due to going through the Anthropocene, and it's basically a result of human action and us pumping massive amounts of greenhouse gases into the air, just concreting over all nice natural environments, polluting the ocean. Systems are very clever and they last they're big systems. Really hard to think about the systems we have on the planet, but little things consistently going wrong in them.
My favourite metaphor to describe very, very complex systems is to think of like a hand wound blanket of some kind. If I pull a single thread out, it's not going to affect the blanket. I could pull a few threads out, it won't affect the blanket, but there will come a point where I unravel the blanket and the blanket is no longer a blanket, it's now a pile of threads. I think that's a good metaphor for thinking about very complex systems. That's a nice analogy, I like it.
That is a good metaphor.
Yeah.
The world is a blanket.
So going back to asteroids, if an asteroid's coming to Earth, do you think it'll be like Armageddon and we'll be able to destroy it, or do you think will be like the dinosaurs and that'll be that?
It depends how big it is and how good its aim is. Well, I think if it's big and it hits us, we're screwed. Right?
I like to think there's a scientist somewhere in like
Thinking
the depths of NASA that's doing something, and he has a plan for how he's going to, like in the films. He or she,
or they.
But,
let's be really inclusive.
Yeah, this person is somewhere in the depths of NASA thinking up
Jamie,
a really
that wasn't
good
a
plan.
joke. We're actually trying to be inclusive, mate.
I know.
I'm going to check your privilege.
I think there are asteroid killer things on there. We've been sending things to asteroids and blowing them up.
I don't know.
I'm sure that's the thing. Blowing asteroids. Come on, Google. I mean, DuckDuckGo. X-rays. No. We can nuke an asteroid. Yes.
This won't be cut out,
yeah,
by the way, Lauren.
Haven't we read? I feel like I've heard someone talk about this before, the whole idea of nuking an asteroid. And that is like, it's a kind of an okay idea if it's really far away. If it's like even remotely close to us, it's
probably a bad
terrible
idea. Yeah.
Didn't they set off? I'm either thinking about a film or something else, but didn't they set off like a small explosive to just change the trajectory? We've been doing. I'm sure there have been science missions, like NASA level missions, where they've been messing about with asteroid defense. Oh, crash into an asteroid, defend a planet. There we go. The New York Times has got me covered.
Reliable source.
It's fine. No, I don't have a subscription.
We'll never know.
That's it. So to answer my question, 50-50. We'll never know.
Who knows?
Yeah. Maybe it'll be like that.
Have to wait and see when the asteroid comes.
Maybe it'll be like that movie Don't Look Up anyway. Did you watch that with Jennifer Lawrence on Netflix? You haven't?
No, I haven't seen that one.
It's pretty good.
Got nothing.
It's pretty funny. Nothing. It's your homework.
Have to watch it.
Would recommend?
Yeah.
It's all right.
Okay.
It was like
again?
It was called. I think it was called Don't Look Up.
Don't Look Up.
Don't Look Up. 2021 film. Yeah, Don't Look Up. Jennifer Lawrence, Kate Blanchett, Leo DiCaprio. Yeah, I thought it was pretty good. It was like yeah. No spoilers. Go watch it.
I feel like I vaguely remember seeing the trailer for that a while ago.
Almost
certainly. I never got around to see it.
Yeah, it's pretty good. Pretty good. So, can we look at these graphs?
Yeah, got it.
So, looking at
I made sense. I made sense of the first one. So, what we're saying here, if you recall from the abstract, if you have a negative geocentric energy, that means you've been captured by the Borg. By the Earth. And so, what we can see in it's all figure one. But if we look in the top left panel, and of the top left panel, the bottom bit, I'm just seeing little spikes. That's what I can see. And I don't know when the time is relative to. So I'll figure that bit out in a bit, but I'm sure someone will find it in the caption. But we can see each of those are capture events, and there's 25, 50 years between them. So, yeah, I don't really get what the triangles are telling us. Something about the lambda r in degrees. What's the lambda r? I don't know what the lambda r is.
Don't know, mate.
I'm sure it's defined somewhere. The lambda... No, that's somewhere else. We can't do this on the fly. This is disgusting. Think of the listening experience. It doesn't get good for the listener. Lambda.
We're having a great time, though. That's what matters.
The mean longitude of the NEO and that of Earth. Lambda r. There you go. That doesn't really tell me what it is.
No.
The evolution of the relevant resonant angle or difference between. I think it's like how close it is. So if it gets to 0. Okay. Yep. That tracks. It gets to 0, and that means their axes are aligned. Maybe. I think that's what that means.
We'll go with that. Did you guys understand that, listeners? Do you get that, Lauren? Happy with that? All up to date?
No, but that's fine. I'm enjoying looking at the pre-graphs.
To be completely honest and fair to Jamie, he's normally a lot better at explaining a graph.
I sometimes put in more effort in than this.
We're having a lovely time.
I mean, I think what was throwing the top left panel off is that it's like, a 300-year time span. If we have a look at the top right panel, we got a little zoom in to this 0 year. So what I'm assuming
is time zero like now, basically?
I think time zero was the 3rd of September,
Yeah.
if my assumption is correct. And what you can see is a little bit in the future, which will be end of September.
Month or so, yeah.
Which is now. There will be a negative geocentric energy point, and so we can see it's in there for a couple of months. So the top panel shows that the orbital axes are aligned, and it like peaks at 0 and says, "We're aligned. You've captured me. Great job."
Do you think and
then bugs off again.
I didn't notice in the paper. Maybe I was just blind and didn't read it very closely. Oh, can we see the mini moon with our eyes, or do we need a telescope?
I don't know if I saw anything in the paper that gave anything in an accessible manner. If I recall from Katie reading the article, yes, you can with a telescope. I've got a telescope.
We have to go
I'm pretty sure you can't do it with the naked eye, which is disappointing.
We'll have to go telescoping, James.
But there was something about the brightness, something about H value. I read that to be like a magnitude. Well, that'll be somewhere in the paper. Anyway, yeah. So I think you can, and I'll have to do some digging after this. But there's probably some database somewhere where you can just find this object and point it in the sky.
Have
and
a look
say,
at it.
Have a look at it.
Very cool.
Have a look, please. Yeah. So at least looking at some of these other plots. I don't know what the bottom left.
I don't understand the bottom plots, to be honest with you.
Well, the X is saying astronomical units. So that's saying it's like really close. So I think that's showing it be captured, which makes sense. I think
the bottom figure, the bottom center and the right panel show the geocentric motion during the pathway.
What's the geocentric motion?
I'd read that in the paper.
Weren't prepared for the follow-up, were you? Look, pretty graphs. The link's in the description, guys, if you want to go and have a look.
Yeah, go have a look at some screens. I'm pretty sure Milo drew these.
What an artist. I've scrolled down to discussions and conclusions, by the way, because I don't think we're going to get much more out of those graphs.
Nice. All right. So, what did you learn from this paper, Callum, when you read it?
There's going to be a mini moon.
And I think that's the short and sweet summary of it. I mean, it's a 2-page paper. It says there's going to be a mini moon. It says here's some data for it.
And literally, to be fair to me, the conclusion does says the evolution of all control orbits indicate that 2024 PT5 will experience a temporarily captured flyby in 2024. So the conclusion literally says there's going to be a mini moon, boys. Strap in and get your telescopes out. Go and have a look at that bad boy.
So good. Such a good paper.
I feel like having not read this paper and just scrolled through as we've decided to record, my takeaway is that I was really excited for the mini moon because I thought it was going to happen, like it's a one-off thing. It's not.
That was my thought when I read it. That was my thought.
Yeah. A little bit disappointed.
Yep.
Not gonna lie.
But I think your comment was accurate. I think people are just looking at the skies a bit more interested after the UK aurora earlier on in the year, right? Makes sense. Obviously, we've no data to back that up, but was it they say, James?
Or it could be that the rest of the world has gone so much to pot that this is the best that they can discuss. Maybe that's.
We're such doomers today. Right, ending on a high. What's your favourite space movie, Jamie? Go.
Space movie, Inception. No, wait, Interstellar. No, wait, that's rubbish. Star Wars.
Yes! That was super basic. Excuse me. Lauren.
I watched actually one last weekend. It was called Sunshine.
Never seen it.
So, recommend. It's kind of, I don't want to give it away, but
It's fine. I'm not going to watch it. Tell me more.
It's all
No,
set.
don't say
It's
more.
all
I
set in
want to watch it.
space. It's all set in space, and basically the sun is dying, so they need to. Actually, this plays perfectly into our discussion. They're going to fire basically a nuclear bomb into the sun to reignite it.
That sounds
But
stupid.
there's like a whole. It takes. It's not. That's not really. That's kind of like
I need someone to
why
do the
we
math.
get to where we are. That's why we get to where we are. There's like a whole other like sub story that happens, and it kind
Right.
of takes a turn, and suddenly you're like, this is like, I don't know, crazy.
It's Danny Boyle
Took a turn I
and
wasn't
Cillian
expecting.
Murphy. I'm on board.
All right, yeah, I'm down. Let's watch it. Mine is Alien.
Yeah.
The original Alien.
Good one.
So for the audio listeners, Jamie just pretended he had a chest burster and made that noise. All right, let's wrap this up. Thank you very much for listening, everyone. I've been Callum. He's been Jamie. Please give a warm thanks again to our special guest, Lauren. If you like having her around, let us know. If there is actually anyone listening, let us know.
No one listens to this. It's fine.
Yeah, it's just me.
Because I've enjoyed having her here, but the problem is if we have her here all the time, there will potentially be no one listening. We can't have that. So
But this has been great.
thank you very
Thanks a lot,
much, everybody.
Take it easy. Bye.
Goodbye, goodbye, goodbye.
Bye.